So this is Bruce's first. This is Animal
Animal
Bites.
This is my first appearance. First
November.
appearance right here.
So
5
this is
years
right
ago.
around Thanksgiving. Yeah, right around Thanksgiving.
2014.
Wow, that's
Jesus.
6 years
Look at
ago.
me right there.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my
look
gosh.
at that! Oh my gosh! That is so funny.
With the stash and everything.
Oh my gosh, he's got the stash. And he's
Dude,
just
you've
like
held up
her.
well.
I know
the
you
same.
look pretty much the same.
And that's
Yeah.
actually, and the
Yeah.
crazy thing is, that's Lucy.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. man.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? So this is one of my first videos, and of course, like this is my
that's
probably
awesome.
first 2 weeks of working
All right,
here.
that's enough of that.
Yeah. So one of my like fondest memories about that particular video is that we had pulled out the black-tailed Cribos, and I don't know if you remember this, but like he had handed the camera to me, and you were like, all right, I need you to film this, and blah blah blah, and I'm holding the camera. And you were just sitting there talking about, like, I think it was Maya, if I remember correctly. And you were like, "Oh, Maya, she's such a beautiful, beautiful black-tailed Cribo." And then all of a sudden, just turns around and whacks you one good time right after you just said it will not bite you, and it just racked you so good. And I was just like, and I just remember looking at the video later, and I just went like that, like you can see the kind of jiggle of me laughing just a little bit, like.
It is hard because I know back in the day he'd get so mad at me because he'd have me hold the camera a lot of times in those days too.
Yeah.
And like you said,
right.
You know, you're doing it and then you just react.
Right. And you don't realize it, and it's just like,
Yeah, the thing
It's
is,
kind of cool. 1 second. Let me talk about this real quick. It's kind of cool because with the snake bites thing, obviously this was so long ago. 2008 is when you started.
yeah,
And, there was times when I was a kid, basically whatever year it is, that's pretty much my age through the whole year. Okay,
Right,
guys?
yeah.
So 2008, 2009, I'm 8
Yeah.
and 9.
Yeah.
When there's been times where I had to help you
yeah,
film
Yeah.
at that young age. So I
Yeah.
think that's
That probably
also
helped,
another
yeah.
thing that everything's added up to like
Yeah.
It
put
is
me
funny
where
how-
I'm at
yeah.
now.
Well, it's so funny because your whole life is, I mean, not your whole life. I mean, you were 8
Most of
years
it.
old when we started really filming.
More than not now.
So I actually
Yeah.
have a funny perspective on that one, just because like so I have very small bit of memory with Noah, just because obviously Noah, like you weren't really like necessarily hanging around
He
at
was in
23.
school,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So like I don't think I'd ever actually talked to you whatsoever until probably like 3 years after knowing you guys. Because
Probably.
literally
He
he'd
said,
come
"Don't
in
talk
and
to
he'd leave.
He
Yeah,
would come
like,
in and he would hang in the office playing his video games, like doing
and be
whatever.
gone. Yeah. And it was funny because like after the first couple of times, I remember actually asking Jessica, like my wife Jessica, and I was just like, "Who's that dude?"
Yeah.
Like, and I was just like,
When I think the first like time I talked to you was like, after all the bullshit happened with school and like where
When
like
you were actually here.
Yeah, where I was
Your senior
Yeah,
year.
exactly. I had to do online schooling
In my office.
in mom's office.
right.
Then I was there every day and I was like, "Oh, who's this guy?"
Yeah,
I don't
who's
know.
this dude? Yeah.
It's pretty funny. I'm sure Jade, who's obviously our daughter that's watching, she probably hates the fact that when she came to work, she had to actually work.
Yes.
When Noah came to work, he
Well,
played video games.
There's a difference though, because kids
it's
are
different.
different and like. Yeah, I didn't.
Jade's
have to
a lot
fight.
like you.
I didn't have to fight Jade. She was like, okay, and she would just do things, and I would pay her, and I would try to do the same with him, and he'd be like, I ain't doing that.
It ain't worth the money.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna pay me.
He's like,
Hey,
nope.
no
and
money.
he would just when he was younger. When he got
But
older,
I
he
did do it.
You did
I
because
did
some
do
days
it.
when I needed your help, I was
Well,
like, no, you're doing it,
that-
and then you would.
Yeah, and then there was summers where I would help the
Yeah.
whole summer.
No, you did. You
rolling
did the
racks and
rolling racks of
stuff.
ball pythons for summers.
I did
where
a lot of
there was
stuff.
like, I mean, just oh my god, that was such a
Thousands.
horrible job.
Well, I think it's
It was
just different
horrible.
too.
It
Oh
was
my
because-
God,
job.
Jessica
At the-
hated you guys so much for putting her on that. I
Well, she
remember
started.
her.
Everybody started on
Everyone
those
started
rolling
on the
racks.
rolling racks,
She
yeah.
was on
Oh.
those rolling racks for however
Oh,
many months.
pulling the lids
and then
back
when you
over
did,
and over
when
again.
you
Oh.
did good on that,
Thumbs
I
would
knew
kill.
that I could move you on.
Right,
so she
exactly.
did good, and I was like, all right, on to the leprechaun.
Right, yeah, no, exactly. Like
And
she
if
had
you
to prove
couldn't-
herself,
If you couldn't do
like,
that, I was like, you're out of here.
I remember.
like you know you're a good employee when Lori throws you to the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember one of the summers I was doing the rolling racks, and you guys hired some like ginger kid that was like a couple years
Oh,
older.
I do remember
And
this
I
guy,
don't
I
remember.
think.
He had the biggest attitude, like in the sense of like he was an expert, like
Oh,
he
yeah.
could do nothing wrong. And so I had to bring him down to earth a little bit. And I was
You
just
had to
like,
check yourself.
yeah, I was like,
This was
you
one of
doing
those
the rolling
proud
racks
mom
now. I like made him do my rolling racks. I was like, it was my job, but I was like, no, you're gonna come over. You got to do this.
Look here, seniority rules regardless of
Oh,
age.
is that what you did? Because I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
you coming to me going, I outdid this guy. He only did this many, and I did this
Oh,
many.
yeah. I
So
was-
he did yours?
Maybe.
That's
I don't know.
possibility.